Hi, welcome. This is going to be the first installment in an introduction to using GarageBand for iOS, made by Apple, uh, in live performances. My name is Andy Callender. I am the leader and frontman of Dials Mavis, which is an electronic jazz group. And this is a technique and style of playing that I myself have pioneered. So, I figured there's not many better people to show the ropes than the guy who invented them. So, without further ado, make sure the camera angle's good so everybody can see the iPad here. This is going to be my instrument for the evening. If you can see, I also have. I'm going to loosen this thing a little bit here. Jeez. What in the world? Ah, there we go. As you can see over here, actually, if I zoom in a little bit, you might be able to see better. I've got it plugged into a little mixing board, which is nice. It's got an onboard compressor effect, which is good for cleaning up my sound before it hits the speakers. And I'm currently just playing through some small studio monitors. So, that's how I'm getting the sound to the speakers. You can do this with pretty much any iOS device. The iPad, I think, is preferable due to its size. It makes it easier to hit the right, the right keys and everything. I'm going to try to turn the volume down here. It's way high. Okay, there we go. Now you can hear me. Anyway, so capabilities of GarageBand for iOS. It's pretty much a fully featured digital audio workstation. You can do recording with it. You can synthesize all sorts of different instruments, but furthermore, you can also include samples from pre-recorded sounds. Maybe you sampled, say, saxophone. You can actually put those saxophone samples into into the iPad and into the sampler and play it as if it were a keyboard instrument or a synthesizer. You can also do audio recording with voice. This one's currently picking up my voice. I can set it to monitor, so then you get to hear the feedback as I am talking to the thing. But then it's also got some effects built in, so you can change the way that the voice sounds when you're here. You can add effects, make it sound weird and spaced out, or you can just do like plate reverb kind of stuff and getting some feedback there. So monitor's off. I'm not going to use that instrument right now. It's also got an amp. So if you have live instruments, like for instance guitar, bass guitar, even horns, woodwinds, whatever, you can put, route them through an interface. I happen to have this little Focusrite. It's a iTrack Solo. This is basically a 2-channel interface for, it's got a port for, it's supposed to be for guitar, but it's probably pretty much anything, or for a microphone. You can also use phantom power on the mic. Furthermore, I could also play those instruments through my mixer, but if I play them through the mixer, then I don't get to have the fun of using effects. Now I can play some really weird stuff through here. It's got all sorts of different amp models, vibrato blues, old school funk. You've got 70s metal, Seattle sound. I assume that's like grunge, you know. Crunchy blues, honky tonk, bohemian rock, etc. And of course your clean amps, cool jazz combo. And of course, it's also got its bass amps. So you've got all sorts of different choices there. There's a pedal board on this thing. You can actually add virtual stomp pedals for stomp boxes for things. You can choose them from a list. I just added, I don't even know what that is. As you can tell, I probably don't use the live instrument features too much. But this isn't what I'm here for today. Today, I want to show you how to make a song and how to play it live. Now, your first step, of course, is going to be to set up the workstation for your live performance. Obviously, there's going to be stuff that's going to be, as the word implies, performed on the fly in the live setting, but you still want to prepare the DAW for performing those, those parts. So, for instance, if you wanted to add a bass line, I'm actually right here at the basses right now. I'm going to keep it real simple. We'll do an upright bass. Like I said, I play jazz, so this is my thing. Now, this is a smart instrument, which means that there's several different options as to how you can play it. And the way we're going to look at first is going to be using the chords with autoplay. It just simplifies everything greatly and speeds up the process. So you also note that under the settings menu for this song, this is the overall song, when you've got a smart instrument pulled up that has chords, you can edit which chords are available. So first of all, let's change the tempo. I don't know let's play something nice and slow. How about 75 beats per minute. Back to settings. It'll give me a count in when I hit record. It's fine. Key of A minor, which is complementary to C major. And I do like to keep it following the song key. I don't like it when loops or other instruments get off key. It obviously grates on my ears. And then there's some other features right now that we're not going to play with at the moment. So right now I've set it to A minor. And as you can see here, it's basically a bass. It's almost like 4-string bass. Virtually on your iPad screen, you can play notes. But let's go to the autoplay. This actually plays a predetermined pattern in the chord that you're trying to play. Now, right now we've got A minor, D minor, G, E chord progression with complementary C, F, B diminished, and E minor. So I'm actually going to change the progression to using the Edit Chords button under the settings. So I'm going to change it to a 7th progression. And we're going to do it in 7ths. And I like to throw in the occasional 9th, maybe even 11th. And then do the same thing over here, basically. Complementaries can stay in the same 7ths and 9ths, etc. Okay, those are going to be the chords of the song. That's my progression. Now the standard progression, for some silly reason, sort of starts the root chord in the middle. You can change it however you want. You can change these to whatever chords you want. If you've got a weird off-the-wall progression you want to play, play it. Nothing to stop you. Anyway, now in order to save the sound, to put it into our track, we would have to record it. You can do the Smart Instrument stuff live, or you can treat it like loops. What I'm going to show you how to do right now is to treat it like loops. So, let's hit the record button. 2, 3, 4. But wait, what just happened? I ran out of space. It stopped recording because it recorded a loop all across the entire 8 bars that it had been allotted. Now, if I had thought about it beforehand, I could have gone up here to this plus sign, clicked on section A, which is the only section right now, and changed it. Let's do a 32 bar jazz progression. Why not? Because that's what I like to play. So now it's taken those 4 bars that we just, or 8 bars that we just recorded, and it's looped them across the 32 bars. Now, if you know jazz, let's say we're playing an AABA here. Starting on the 17th bar, you're going to want to change it up. So what I do here, I don't know if you saw what I did, I moved the cursor to where I want to split the recording, the loop. I tap the recording, and then I click split. And then I swipe these little scissors down here. Oh, missed it that time. And then there's that. I'm going to back this up. This is going to be my... actually, you know what? Here's a trick. If you cut that out, keep it in your clipboard, and you go to record that extra section, you're going to have probably some overlap. You don't want that. So as you see here, I'm playing the complementary chords to what I played in the first section.